Pisces, I have to say this while I remember it. I just saw this quote that I feel like is really, really pertinent for you guys. It's by Albert Camus, and he says, "In the depths of winter, I finally learned that within me there lay an invincible summer." And that felt like so very, very necessary for you guys. Summer is inside of you. That fire, that warmth, that heat, that motivation is inside of you at all times. You just got to tap it and find it. And we're welcoming in fall. This is the onset of autumn. Don't mind my applesauce. But there's something there for you. He said, in the depths of winter, I finally learned that within me there lay an invincible summer. Hold on to that part of yourself. It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Libra season 2023, baby. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. For free shit, check out my Instasham at JustJ_everything. TikTok at JustJEverything. And for other dope shit that I do, my website, JustJEverything.com. Go ahead, hydrate, light it if you got it, babe. Welcome to autumn. Happy autumnal equinox. Welcome to cuffing season. And I suggest you definitely check out the Libra season astrology video, 222 on the clock. That's going to help you master this season when you know the dates and what's transiting and why you feel this and on what day and blah, 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 and all that stuff. You will find that information over on the astrology video. So check that out. And let's get into it. I'm ready. Like I said, relax, take some time with me. So I make a safe space for my benevolent ancestors. Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Y'all funky ass ancestors be trying to creep into my shit. And I'm like, no, I only want to work with mine, not y'all's. Stop. Anyway. Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Libra season 2023. This could be something too. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you eating properly? Are you giving yourself the nutrients that you need? Some of y'all need more live foods. Food that is alive. More fruit, more veggies, less cooked meals. You know who you are. So let's get into it. I'm ready. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Libra season 2023, your ruling planets. Both of them are retrograde. Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus. Neptune's retrograde in Pisces. I love Jupiter retrograde, honestly. I was scared of it last year, but it brought in incredible goodness, and it's doing the same thing this year. So don't get afraid of the retrogrades. Honestly, I feel like they're, especially the Jupiter retrograde in Taurus, maybe that's going to help you redefine luck, redefine wealth, redefine and analyze like your actions so that you can make sure that you're on the right trajectory, that your actions are leading you to the right place in some sort of way. Neptune retrograde. in your sign, I feel like is making everything crystal clear. There's something here. The conflicts of interest, the hardships, I feel like it's helping you really get to like the root of stuff. It's helping you revamp your concept of illusions and delusions, the reality about your reality. Because that's the thing, Pisces, y'all be knowing all the things about yourself. Whether you do something about it, that's something else. But let's see. Take a breath. So we welcome in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Libra season 2023. Ooh, first card out to be clarified on the Selenite throne is Death reversed. So why are you afraid of your greatness? Why are you afraid of these big changes? I feel like there's some big change, some metamorphosis, something that needs to come to an end, and you have been delaying it or putting it off. Why are you afraid of change? Why? You know better. For some of you, this is about a relationship. For some of you, this is about a Scorpio. There may be someone with Scorpio placements coming in that is not themselves or not being themselves in some sort of way. I also feel like you are building a new relationship to loss. Like you deal with loss, you deal with death, you deal with uncomfortability in a very different way than how you used to. And I just feel like something needs to end and you are avoiding it. And you know what it is. It's going to be different for everybody. This is a general reading, so eat the meat, leave the bones. And with Death reverse, it's just like, you know, understand everybody has a different reaction to change. And you don't need somebody's reaction to be your reaction. But I do feel like there is something here about like, are you struggling to move forward? Are you struggling to get on with life? Are you struggling to let yourself sleep or rest? It's just like everybody wants the rebirth, but you got to have the death before you have the rebirth, babe. Something with this Scorpio may be off, or if you have Scorpio placements, you may be feeling off as well. Pluto's getting ready to go direct in Capricorn. I read the inside degrees with Capricorn in their reading, so if you want to go watch that, you absolutely should. But there's something here. The cards are being so reticent in Libra season. I feel like everybody, you know, it's like they need to... Okay, the cards are doing what Libras do. It's like being super choosy about the words and like being really people pleasery. I don't feel like the cards are people pleasing, but I feel like they're like taking their time to articulate what very specific thing needs to be said so that you can receive it properly. That's a Libra quality. Understanding you can't talk to the CEO the same way that you talk to, you know, the street vendor. That there's a difference in tone and words and presentation that need to be acquired in some sort of way. I feel like I should be up higher. But Death reverse is like, what are you avoiding ending? Why are you afraid of, who are you afraid of becoming? What are you afraid of becoming? What are you halting? What needs to be halted? What needs to be put to an end? I feel like there's a lot that's being revealed in like, in the subconscious mind and like behind the veil, behind the curtain kind of stuff that's going on. The Eight of Wands. I feel like with the Ace of Wands, yeah, I feel like some of you are afraid to move forward or afraid to evaluate because you know that the pace is going to pick up, the pace is going to change. Like there's opposition coming to you. It's like, be done with the fear of going fast. Be done with the fear of moving forward. I feel like Aquarius got this too heavy, where there's just like, yo, why are you like halting yourself, or why are you afraid of moving forward? There's a new balance that wants to be established in Libra season, and there may be somebody with Scorpio, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements coming in. There could be opposition to the direction that you're going in. I feel like whatever dies contributes to regeneration. You know, like ashes to ashes, dust to dust, like returning back to the earth. It returns back to the earth and then acts as fertilizer, and stuff grows. See these little blooms on here? Little sprouts? I just feel like whatever needs to end, if you end it, it contributes to regeneration. It contributes to wish fulfillment. It contributes to this influx of physical, spiritual, and sexual energy. Some of you, interesting. Some of you may be having like too much mindless sex, or too much casual sex, or there could be just a mismanagement of your energy. I feel like something is siphoning your energy and taking you, taking you down in some sort of way, or there's like a depressive kind of, and that makes sense in man's Pisces energy, but there could be just, I just feel like it doesn't have to be as dark. It doesn't have to be as dreadful. It doesn't have to be as film noir as, you know, like you may be making it to be. And with the Eight of Wands coming out, there is just like stuff coming in. There's, let's see, keep going. I feel like this Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that may be coming in, maybe they're leaving, maybe there's something maybe about breakups or about like quitting. Do you like the job that you're working? Is this like contributing to the overall plan? You know, what steps are needed? Page of Cups reversed and the Three of Swords reversed. This is feeling like Virgo season. I feel like Libra season's been kind of harsh on some of y'all. Page of Cups reversed in the center of the reading just feels like, with Three of Cups, I feel like some of this is heartbreak. Some of you want to leave something. You want a brand new start. You want to go somewhere else, or you want to go back home, or you want to, or maybe there's someone around you that you thought that it was going to be something and it wasn't. Maybe there's the start of a relationship or a development of feelings and it, you know, ends really quickly. There could be just someone behaving really immaturely, someone poking the bear, poking fun at you. Let me get final card, final message, please, for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Libra season 2023. Final card, final message, please. The Page of Cups reverse, I just feel like there could be an offer that gets like, I don't know if this is PC to say, but like reneged, where it's like, ooh, okay. But in whatever ways that you've been wronged, the divine is conspiring to make things right. I feel like you have been wronged in some sort of way. What has felt like an injustice? There could be some sort of injustice here. Some of you, I feel like there's stuff going on with karma. There's stuff like karmic debts being paid. You reaping what you've sown in some sort of way. Two major arcana out and they book in the reading. So I feel like Libra season starts with major redirection and then it ends with major redirection. And this is the Libra card coming out. And so, and we have a new moon solar eclipse in Libra that's happening. So I do feel like your love relationships are going in different directions. 3 of the 5 cards are reversed. So I do feel like you're being asked to see things from a different perspective. You may be held in some sort of an uncomfortable position so that you can gain a different perspective, or so that a new type of insight can be revealed to you. So just hang on. If things are feeling uncomfortable, do your part to explore, examine. What is, okay, I'm uncomfortable, what's going on? What are these emotions trying to tell me? Which direction are they trying to steer me? Some of y'all may have a little boo thing and you thought it's going to be something bigger than what it was, and I feel like it may end up hurting in some sort of way. I also don't know why I want to talk about STDs or STIs, you know, and the devil is not out, the devil reverse is not out, but I don't know. There could just be something here about like, you need to be more choosy about who you engage your sexual or entwine your sexual energy with. Some of you are recovering from an STI, or just found out somebody gave you something. You may not know who gave it to you, or you may not know how you got it or something like that. But I do feel like there is something here with like dodging death, or like, you know, Final Destination shit where you like evade death, or you evade something that has ended, or evade something that could have ended you, or ended your reputation, or ended your job. Hydrate. Are you fearing the end just because it's an ending? You know better. You know better than that. An ending is just a new beginning. And as soon as you let something go, I feel like, bam, this brand new energy comes in, and it shows you like the error of your ways. It shows you the source of your imbalances. I feel like for a lot of you, there's been way too much energy put on romantic love, or put on sexual connections, or put on maybe an art project, or you're hyper focusing on something or someone. And I just feel like you're doing this in an attempt to heal yourself, or to numb, or to not feel so bad, or to soothe a wound in some sort of way. And the divine is like, stop that. In the ways that you've been wronged, I will make things right. The divine is coming out. The cosmic equalizer is coming out. So if you lie, you'll be lied to. If you cheat, you'll be cheated. There are some really big decisions that are coming up to be made, and I feel like you do not need to make these decisions in haste. 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck says you may be feeling burnt out, and if you're feeling burnt out, it's like time to do something about it. You can't ignore it anymore. What do you need to turn your back on? What like new flow do you need to acquire for yourself? What balance can you give yourself? Justice also speaks to the cosmic realm of justice. So that's like nothing can sway this. There's nothing that you can do to sway the hand of like cosmic and karmic justice. Karma is my boyfriend. Karma is a god. Karma is a breeze in my hair on the weekend. Karma's a relaxing thought. Who else got that? I sang Karma for someone else too. I can't remember what reading that was. But yeah, that makes sense. The South Node is in Libra, and so there's all this like ancestral justice, long-term overdue justice coming in. I feel like justice is being redefined. People getting what the fuck they deserve. People having the day they deserve. Justice is being served. And I just feel like you're figuring out what side of the, you know, what side of the war you're on. Page of Cups reversed also could be like what do you need to apologize for something? Are you being stubborn about not apologizing, or is someone withholding an apology from you? I feel like if someone is not going to be apologizing for their behavior, or someone does not see the error in their ways, or someone is being really, really childish or immature. I feel like also with the Page of Cups reversed, your inner child is begging for you to connect to it, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You need to figure out how old is your inner child. What are they wearing? What are they doing on a consistent basis? Are they oblivious and running through a field of daisies, or are they crying in a closet somewhere? Like, you need to connect with your inner child, because there is some sort of unresolved pain or residual pain or heartbreak that has not been tended to and needs to be tended to. And I feel like sleep, meditation, stillness, quiet time, automatic writing, journaling, like it's time to really like dive into healing modalities. I also feel like some of you are really, really fucking creative and you're not doing anything about it, and it's breaking your inner child's heart. Like, you are so talented, you're so creative. How the fuck did you end up in this corporate job? Or how the fuck did you end up in this, you know, line of work that is so like does not align with you in some sort of way? Some of you are just like in a place where you're needing to be really analytical, and you are so fluid minded, or so like fluidity minded. You're so like creatively minded in some sort of way that it contradicts what you're actually doing, or you just may not be like the right fit for the job that you're doing in some sort of way. And there's a big ass decision that's going to come up, and you know, a lot of cause and effect is being enacted here. There are big decisions that you need to make, and these big decisions are going to have long-lasting ramifications. So do not make decisions in anger, or from a place of pain, or from a place of regret, or I'll get that motherfucker back, or I'll do that, or I'll do this, or whatever, I'll show them, blah, blah, blah. Or I see a lot of you, but flip it. There may be someone around you behaving that way. And I just feel like you are divinely protected to move forward. But if you're wrong, you need to say you're wrong. If you need to apologize for something, you need to be a big person and apologize for it. You know, the Page of Cups reverse could also mean like someone retracting an offer. You may have thought that some sort of romantic situation was unfurling, and I just feel like you're starting to see why it isn't. Or there could be stuff going on with jealousy or stagnation in some sort of way. And I feel like that everything has to do with your decisions. The divine is putting so much more power in your court. And it's time to use this power to create a new balance for yourself. There are also like possibly multiple streams of income available to you. I also feel like this is random. Some of y'all need to clean up. Like, you need to clean your house. You need to clean your room. You need to organize stuff. You need to, like, the energy is stagnant in your house because there's so much clutter, or so much shit on the floor, or so much, like, there may be an aroma even, or a, you know, a scent that just needs to be like, I feel like some of you, if you look around and you notice that your house is a mess, so is your mind. There needs to be like your external is a reflection of your internal. And so if you're looking around, you're noticing that things are a mess, that this is your sign to like, let's get this in order. By starting to clean this up, I'll start to clean this up. You know, and I just feel like there is a clarity in your thoughts, in your minds. Just a better way to start taking care of yourself. Some of you need to get back into music. You need to get back into creativity. You need to get back into singing or art, or whatever your particular brand of art is. I also feel like, like some of you, for those of you who have kids, this isn't for everybody, it's like some of you, like, you fall apart when your kid is away, or you fall apart when your kid's at your other parent's house, or things like go to waste and there's like a downward spiral. And I just feel like If you don't allow yourself to get into therapy, or if you don't allow yourself to start talking to somebody or to start mending these things, your child is going to want to go be at the other parent's house permanently. And you're going to feel devastated by that. And it's just like, no, the kid just doesn't want to live in chaos, or doesn't want to be the source of your emotions. Like, your kid should not be your emotional sounding board. They don't need to be privy to what's going on in your personal life. They really don't. I was somebody, I've been everybody's therapist since I was since I could speak. And I started out being my parents. For some reason they trusted me. They would be telling me all kinds of stuff. And I was just like, I really wish I wasn't included in this. I would love to just be a kid. I would love to just be, you know, able to have childlike, immature ass thoughts and experiences. I don't want to be here cleaning up y'all's mess. So I feel like in some sort of way, like, who's treating you like a child, or who are you treating like a child? I feel like somebody is going to be standing up for themselves in some sort of way, but you can stand up for yourself. Also, some of you need to check the music that you're listening to. If you're listening to like really dark, depressive, conflictual music, or stuff that like makes you cry, you're gonna be sad. If you're like diving deeper into those things, I just feel like it's time to get your depression and your anxiety in check. It's time. You keep trying to like do it by yourself, or you keep just saying, oh, you know, these are just my cycles, this is just what I go through. And it's just like, okay, yeah, that's true, but like that doesn't have to be your lot in life. There's so many other alternatives. There's so many opportunities to really get yourself to like 100, to get yourself to like your optimal, you know, like form. And I know that like sometimes the hardest thing is just picking up the phone. Sometimes the hardest part is pressing dial. The hardest part, you know, is just that one little thing. And we struggle to do that one little thing because we know it's going to change everything, because everything needs to change. There are some profound aspects of you that need to be changed. And I feel like if you don't do it, the divine's going to come in and create these tower moments that really knock you on your ass in a certain way. And you didn't need your ass to be knocked off. All you had to do was really listen. You can avoid the tower moment by way of listening. And it feels really important to listen to what your pain is trying to tell you, what your agitation is trying to tell you. I feel like some of you there is something that feels like an injustice, and you're not even allowing yourself to believe that it's an injustice. But it is, and it has been. And I just feel like Libra season is going to come in and do what needs to be done to cause upheaval. Jupiter is right next to Uranus, and they're both retrograde in Taurus. So I feel like Jupiter is receiving that kind of upheaval, rebellious energy from Uranus because of their proximity. And I just feel like there's something here about don't be a groupie, keep it fucking moving. It's time to go in a different direction. And this different direction is like, hey, I need a new foundation, and I need my new foundation to be peaceful. I need my new foundation to be balanced. And I feel like you're learning how to really cut cords properly with people who shouldn't be on the team, shouldn't have this much influence on you. Pluto going direct in Capricorn, I just feel like really is going to be propelling truth forward. Expositions, being people exposed, expelled, people being revealed. There's just all this ickiness coming to light. And for you guys, figure out where Pluto is in your chart, which house he's in. But Pluto being in Capricorn, the 10th house, I feel like everybody is figuring out the truth about their like career. Everybody's having these big aha moments about career, authority, bosses, like your relationship to authority, your relationship to discipline, people in power falling, like having that power revoked or that power removed in some sort of way. And I just feel like you know what the truth is. You know what you want. And if you don't, it's time to get still and quiet so you can like have that realization and therefore move forward. Because your actions are what actualizes your ambitions. And I just feel like there's been too much inaction. And some of y'all have been trying to play it safe in a way that I feel like could be getting you all bullied or getting you or causing like numbness or emotional outbursts or being really immature in some sort of way. And I just feel like if you don't get your shit together, the wrong person is gonna notice it and call you the fuck out. And then you end up being embarrassed when all you had to do was act right. I did not expect this. I feel like I'm in Libra season still because these readings have been really like dragging some of y'all through the fucking mud. And I just feel like Libra season for you is here to like get things tied down, get things settled, establish strength. There is a certain, like, I feel like these different pillars of your life are being established. And it's like, what is the foundation? What are the pillars of your character? What are the pillars of your dreams, your careers? Like, what's upholding these things? What are the, it's like, what's the hierarchy is shifting. There may be somebody with Libra or Scorpio placements really coming in and making a big difference in your life. Excuse me. I feel like this Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, they may be too wounded at the time to show up for you in the way that they want to. If you're dealing with somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements, it's giving a no for me. I feel like the Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius folk are really putting in work, are really creating momentum, are really ready to move forward. And you may start to notice that there are people around you that you're not keeping up with, or they don't want to keep up with you anymore. They don't want to go at life at your pace in some sort of way. I just feel like the pace is off. The pace needs to be evaluated. How, like, where you're going, where you're harnessing your energy, the avenue that you're harnessing your energy into needs to be evaluated in some way. So I'll see you over on Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. Let's get into it. Damn.
The full version of the video, go to Patreon.